grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm. Let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to Maga Minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way, with a little joke and pray. We're just southern folks talking southern things. Front porch swinging where the church bells rang. From Mama Said to Hum Day News, we keep it real with down-home views. Sunday morning in the Word, get that gospel flow. Prayer time calls, so let's let our troubles go. Come Monday night, Mama Said is bringing the truth. And when it's night talk with Dave, man, you know it's getting loose. We're just southern folks talking southern things. Stories and sports where the good times hang. From SFP News to I Remember That, we tell it like it is, and that's a fact. Got our veteran of the week, gotta show our pride. Pets of the week, bringing love worldwide. Talking paranormal, digging true crime. Southern fried stories all the dang time. So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand? So pull up a chair, y'all, and stay a while. Ain't nothing like that southern style. From the morning show to the soundstage band, it's SFP Live, won't you give them a hand?
Good Friday morning.
Oh, well, it's
I'm
early.
Rob. And that's Dave over there. Welcome to the Southern Fried Podcast Morning Show Friday edition. Hello to all of our breadheads and Southern Fried Podcast fans. We're glad you're here. Whoop, whoop.
It's
Made
Friday.
it. You've made it. Survived all week to Friday. Don't mess up today. Get to the weekend.
Just got to get through it. Had a good show last night. Enjoyed the Cornbread Nation and our Southern Fried Racing Hour. Good time had by all. If you're not following us on the Cornbread Nation every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where the antics of Georgia Bubba, Uncle Jeb, Jack, Rob, and Dave in the AM, your redneck destination of the week. That is become, Rob, legend already. We're like, what are we, 7-8 shows in? It's already legend. I love it. Redneck destination. Where were we at last night? Savannah, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
No.
I've been there. Shiloh National Battlefield is in Savannah, Tennessee. And when you go not far from there, right in that area, you get into the Buford Pusser type area. They dip those bad people dipping back and forth across the line. Because some people said he was bad. I think he was just a tough cop and didn't take no crap. But who knows? I don't know. But I know he carried a big stick.
Yeah, well, I try not to mess with anybody named Buford. just that name, Buford. There's not supposed to go, what?
Ex-Marine. ex-Marine, but he was trying to clean up corruption and crime and whatever else. Unfortunately, his wife, was killed, and the movie changed a couple things, but his wife was killed. That I remember watching that movie. It was such a sad moment, and in that movie, when his wife is buried, and he goes, and he's got, I mean, this guy's been shot so many times, and he tells his boy, he whispers to it, he can't talk. I mean, he's got all that stuff on his head and everything. He says, "Big stick." I was like, as a kid, I was like, yes. I knew he was fixing to go whoop somebody's rear end. And I remember I was only, oh goodness, 9 years old, I think, 8 or 9, when that movie came out. And at the end, when they come and get him and put him in the car to take him away because he's still hurt, and he's looking back and everything. And all the people are burning down that old, crap bar, the gambling place where so many bad things had happened. And I think it was a Johnny Mathis song that's being sung. I remember crying, man. It's like a movie that ends. It like ends on a high note, but a super sad note, because he lost his wife. I mean, and then later he lost his life.
Yeah.
There's still controversy about that. Some people always believe that somebody messed with his car. Some people said he was just driving fast and lost control. His daughter always believed that he was taken out.
He may very well have been.
He's dealing with some bad people. Yeah. And it was decided he was going to star in Walking Tall 3. I think because he was a big dude, man. He was I think that's what I'd read anyway. Anyway, Walking Tall.
I think he was almost as big as I am.
So, come on, dude.
What?
Come on, man.
I'm for a big guy.
You no way are you as tall as Buford Pusser was.
Yeah,
There's no way.
I'm stocky.
He's like 6'4", man.
Yeah, but I'm stocky, dude.
I think they call that round.
That's not nice. That's not nice. You sure don't be on like that this way. It's Friday.
It wasn't meant to be.
On Friday. Huh?
It wasn't meant to be nice.
It wasn't. I noticed.
I'm sorry. Things come out.
And speaking of not being nice, I want to not be nice to someone this morning.
All right.
I'm going to my favorite news network. Let me put that in quotes. News network of MSNBC. It appears that one of their main pundits, Lawrence O'Donnell, is going to have to take a week off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's just exhausted over dealing with Trump. He's just exhausted. We're only 52 days, 53 days into the presidency. He's just worn out. He ain't got nothing left in the tank.
Well,
oh my gosh. I think him and Jack would get along well. Jack don't like working either.
I noticed that about Jack. I mean, that was kind of some shocking comments last night from Jack.
What? What was shocking from Jack? I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Well, he never had a job. Well, he had one job, but he didn't work long. He's, I think it was like the Hank Williams song. It was a family tradition to not have a job.
Well, his mama had a job one time, I think. Or his great grandmama or something like that.
Yeah, he made mention of that. I'm gonna pull that quote out sometime today. I'm gonna zip that out of that last night. We're gonna have to pump that one up there. Jack.
Okay.
Man. I mean, he's kind of gross. I mean, dude's picking his nose and playing in his mouth. And,
dude, he's a jackass. What do you expect?
It's still disgusting.
You just better be glad he can't reach that nose with his tongue.
Well, that's true too. Our I still like our friend Steve Half Pine Forge, who come in and commented about how long it took to make that cake and getting their hair caught in the mixer.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
celebrity birthdays today, Rob. Michael Caine, I know you're a fan.
Yes.
92 years old, man.
Wow. He's
Billy
an
Crystal.
outstanding actor.
Oh, absolutely. Billy Crystal, 77.
Who?
Billy Crystal.
Wow.
Makes you feel
I still
old,
think
don't
he
it?
was half of one of the best scenes ever.
What's your favorite movie with Billy Crystal, or is it Stand Up?
I'm gonna have to say, I'm not a big fan of chick flicks, but when Harry Met Sally, oh dude, the whole scene in the restaurant where Meg Ryan told him it, but she'd been faking it for years. He says, "No, you haven't. You can't fake that." And she commences to faking it right there in the restaurant. Oh my gosh. And then the old woman in the background, I'll have what she's having.
Of all the things he's been in, and he's funny, my favorite movie with him, it was not a big hit that I remember. It was not a flop, but it wasn't a big hit. But good morning, Jake. I
Morning,
was a
sir.
big fan of Running Scared.
Yes.
That
Him and
was
Gregory Hines?
yes,
Absolutely.
great
Yes.
movie, man.
When they went down to the Keys.
They come back, they got the bulletproof glass and all that going on.
Oh, yeah.
I love it when they
You
got
gotta
the
roll out the
dudes,
window and shoot him. I can't.
they get the drug king's car and they're riding around in it, Like they throw his coke, like they steal it. But they were great together. They really messed
were.
up not making another movie with them together that I know of. They should have been in a movie. They were a great team, man.
They were.
That was so
that was
cool.
amazing.
And the music, I know Michael McDonald sung the lead to the song in that movie. Just great, man. I love that movie. Running Scared.
Yes. Jake, it's off to the side right now.
Jake, I think that today or tomorrow, I think is what they told me, the stickers are supposed to be delivered to my house. We'll turn around and stick you a sticker in the mail from the podcast. So it's going to be on the way soon. And Rob, I guess we'll just save some of those and take them down to the festival, and we'll sell them for $1 a piece or something like that. Down at the festival, what we got left.
All right. That'll be fun. And well, I'm hoping that we can get Al Green back into the White House so he can show his butt again. You reckon we can have that happen?
Oh, we
I hadn't
can
heard
back.
nothing from him since then.
Well, he's been, I think even his own party has kind of went running silent on him a little bit. He can get back in. I just wonder if his stick will get back in. Sir, you can come in. Your stick cannot.
You must have a tennis ball on top of your stick and at the bottom of your stick. Love you too, Bubba. You must have tennis balls everywhere.
Oh, you're good, Jake. That's a long show, man. You did half of it. You're good. We're good. Don't worry about it, man. You got your own shows you're doing too. We appreciate you coming along having fun with us.
Yeah.
By the way, Rob, gotta
Yes.
say, Jake put out his top 10. Guess who was number one?
Who?
Southern Fried Podcast.
Oh, he snuck us up to number one.
He
All
did.
right.
He did. I saw that.
Well, we need to be number one every once in a while.
But I want to say, and I don't know, and I'm not going to venture there, but I liked his list, and somebody liked it back in the name of their show. It's a little risque. I think we might have been linked in there with one show. Might be a little. I don't know. Maybe it fits. I don't know. It might be a little on the bad side.
What?
It might. It's one of those. It's one of those. You got to have. You got to be a certain age, I think, to go into. Might be some girl action. I don't know.
Uh,
So we might have got linked in the list with some. Not all of them, just that one.
well, I'm going to say this. The girls are. That's what's driving us is all the women folk out there because of clickbait here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a country singer this morning. He's also an Army reservist. Craig Morgan. You heard this story?
I don't know.
This happened back in 2011. But he actually was driving through Charlotte, Tennessee, and spotted a house that was on fire. And him and his son stopped to help. After Craig Morgan learned there were two children inside, never hesitated, ran straight into the burning home and pulled them out. You know, just a big shout out to that. I know he's a reservist, but you know what? People lay their stuff aside. They see somebody else in need, and someone just a complete stranger like that. And then when you learn that there's children in peril, you just go, and no hesitation, no thought. And his son was only 14 at the time, and he was ready to run into the house with him.
Awesome.
So when you think about that, that's pretty stinking awesome.
I like it.
I do too. So big shout out to him.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to Craig Morgan.
From the Big Show.
Yeah. No, we're not the Big Show. We're the Southern Fried Podcast. That's that other morning show.
I just wanted to jump there for a minute and say it. We can say
Okay.
it. Hey, we're bigger on here than they are. They're not on here. Just saying.
Oh, big stretch. Jake, I don't think there's going to be much video of me out there. Just for the record. The footage that we have is stuff that was recorded at the show. And we're going to try to get some of that up for you.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do. Don't forget tonight, folks. And Rob, if you don't mind, if you'll find that card for our friends, the counselors, folks, if you really need to tune in tonight on Front Porch, and that's not just trying to get views. Seriously, we're going to talk about grief and anxiety tonight with our friends, and there is some help there. And Rob knows these. Well, I've met them through here, but Rob knows them better than I do. So I'll let him speak to them and what. This is their first time live with us. They did an interview with us. But Rob, what would you like to say about the friends here?
Joe and Donna are great. They say they don't just counsel, we do life. They're not joking. They really get into the Bible. If you're, and they approach your mental health, your life, whatever, with using Scripture as their backbone of what they do, of their ministry. Look, if you're having problems with grief, addiction, marriage, whatever, just depression in general, whatever, drugs, get in touch with them. They are outstanding. It's, Dave and I are both Christians and we both read the Bible, but their approach and view at it sometimes will just give you goosebumps and make you really stop and think. So if you're having issues and you're struggling, they're affordable, reach out. There's the phone number up there on the screen. And join us tonight as well, and get to meet them a little bit. Talk to them. It's amazing. And y'all, any questions? We're mainly going to cover grief and anxiety. If you have other questions, I'm sure they will be happy to field those as well. So
Yes.
that'll be tonight on Front Porch Talking. Be a good topic.
Be a great topic. Tuesday night we did kind of stumbled into it, really talking about end of life issues, death, decision making, and we're going to have a part 2 on that. Rob, we're going to get you into discussion, and we'll do that next week. We'll do that
We'll do it
discussion
next
on
Tuesday.
that. Yeah, we can
Try
do
to
that
speak in there
because
next Tuesday.
I think it's really. I think it just so many people needed to share their story, and people were putting things in the chat. Miss Elizabeth came up and shared, and it touches people deeply because that's your family, that's your friends, your best friends, or your mom or dad, or Lord help, even a child sometimes. And maybe it just feels good to talk about it, even though it's hard. Um,
Yeah.
so feel free Tuesday night. It'll be 8 or 9 p.m. We'll get that set up, and we'll come in, and we'll probably do 8, and come in and let's talk. Let's do part 2 on that. It may be, listen, end of life issues are tough, and if you've ever had to, I'll just say this, and we'll move on. If you've ever had to be the person who tells the doctor to take the machines off, you don't forget that, Rob. You don't forget that. Because there's a part of you that feels bad about that, like you're doing something wrong. But there's a time to let go, and the body is just, it can't do it anymore. But anyway, it don't have to be just that. We talked about, preparation, setting up, getting ready, so that you don't leave that on your kids, that you make decisions. So it's not just the death and dying. It is options. We talked about options. So we're going to come back and look at that again. And for some people that might be too much. If it is, go to the counselors. Watch that tonight, because that's what that's for.
Yeah.
So yeah. And next Wednesday, part 2 of 80s hair metal night. Lord have mercy. It's going to be wild.
Yeah. It'll be on. It'll be on.
Rob and Dave are going to give up the chair, and we're going to have, Crumpled Biscuit is a member of a new band. Well, it's an old band, but they're just now touring. And other members of the band may be along, and we're going to talk about 80s hair metal, because they love that era. And Steve with Half Pine Forge is going to be special guest.
All right. Well, my bell stick Miss Elizabeth in there. Let her get on her yak.
That would be great too.
I say yak like that's a bad thing. We all yak, so.
Miss Elizabeth makes both of us look good, so we're grateful.
Yeah.
And she is now, her and Steve are legend because of that clip. Oh my gosh.
Which clip is that, Dave?
You might go to Ohio. Oh, where's it at? It's under
Steve,
media.
when she finds out what you said, you're going to be wheezing, all right?
Miss Elizabeth, Steve said, so 2% milk and store-bought cornbread then. All right, I guess I'll try it.
I still didn't hear you, Rob. I lost you.
He said, so
Dave
2% milk.
2% milk.
Yes. He said, so 2% milk and store-bought cornbread then. I guess I'll try it.
Oh my gosh. Steve said that?
Steve said that. Celtic Blacksmith.
Steve! You might go to hell. No! No! Oh my heavens! Oh, that hurts my heart. No, Steve, no.
Oh.
Legend. I love it.
Good morning, Sardacar. How are you doing this morning?
Good to have you here. Hope you're well. But yeah, we'll do that Wednesday night Hump Day news, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And folks, we have been announcing on every show we don't have anything yet because they're going to send it to us, but we're blessed because we are now, Rob, an affiliate of Patriot Mobile, along with our W affiliation and Mammoth Nation, Patriot Mobile. We are so excited that they have partnered with us. And folks, we're going to have a lot of news. We're going to have a special promo code that you can use, and you'll get a month of free service, and you're going to help the Southern Pride podcast at the same time. I will be a customer of Patriot Mobile within the next week or so. I'll be able to switch anyway. I was already fixed to do it. I was paying out a contract with one of my phones, and all of a sudden they contacted. I'm like, wow, what timing. Awesome.
Yes. And also, hopefully, some point in time next week, even, we're going to have a brand new website just for Southern Pride Podcast.
I am so excited about that. It's going to bring all these. It's the wagon wheel that's going to bring everything together, man. It's the center point of the wagon wheel.
Yeah.
And all the streams.
All of our streams on there. It'll live stream. It'll play stuff when we're not there, when we're not going live. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Going to have a link to our store, the whole 9 yards.
Stepping up our game, Rob. Stepping up our game.
Yeah. And, this is all happening within the first year. And it's amazing how it's all just falling into place. We enjoy doing this, and we have a ball with it. We really do. And I hope y'all know, me and Dave have known each other forever. Well, not forever, but for 30 plus years, over 30 years. And we've been giving each other a hard time since the day we met. Well, I was a little nervous when I was starting a new job and everything. So I just had fun with it. And my goodness, did I scare the snot out of some people? I never realized just how scary how much I scared everybody. I was just having fun.
Guy comes in talking like a psycho. And he's wondering why. Oh, I'm just having fun. Really?
Well,
This is a good point. We're going to have to take a break in just a second, refill our coffee cups. But this is a good point. People don't know how to deal with psycho. It's uncomfortable.
No.
If some guy comes up and he's, I mean, how do you deal with something like that? I mean,
When they come up to you and they say, I had a dream last night and I killed somebody that looked just like you.
I mean, how do you deal with crazy? It makes people feel uncomfortable.
Yes, you just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
It's like the guy. It's like the guy in Great Outdoors that got hit by lightning. 66. And John Candy's like, wow. And Dan Aykroyd's over there giving him a hard time. He's like, well, you stop. I mean, because he's like, that's a wild looking hairdo you got going on there.
Another classic movie this morning. Oh my goodness.
Love that movie.
Oh.
Wow. I love that.
I can't believe you went up told them that they had to get rid of me. That gum.
I was concerned for your mental health, but I was also concerned for my health. So I said, this dude's got to go. He's about to go postal out here.
I carried that one too far then.
I'll never forget Larry. His words to me were, he's a good old boy. He's just like everybody else out here. He's just a little on the crazy side. He'll settle in. I'm like, settle in?
Oh, Lord, I wish I could have brought in some sandbags and start barricading my machine in. Yeah, he's settling in back there. We're never going to get rid of him.
And he was like this little troll, or that's not troll. What's the one I'm thinking of? You're like a miner or something. You know, he's back there with his apron on. Back there, sparks coming off the machine. He's cutting so many cuts. He's making all the other operators mad. His production is trouncing everybody. He's eating the heat up like it's nothing. Sweat rolling off of him. Yeah, let's make some more cuts.
And other guys were coming in going, will you stop? I'm like, no, I can't. Gotta make cuts.
Again, crazy. Who does that? It's like, yeah, let's go work more.
They're paying me to make cuts. I'm making cuts.
Wow, Spartan. She tried to.
What?
The white girl was crazy. She tried to hit me in public with a metal hinge of her belt for no reason. Yeah, how do you deal with that? I'm gonna hit you
for no reason. Dude, you always block. Well, she should have had better reflexes. I'll go with that. She should have had better reflexes. If she saw that girl fixing to hit you with the buckle on her belt, and she didn't step in and smack the heck out of her, knowing that you can't, what the heck, dude? She should have been there protecting you. You shouldn't have had to block. She should have decked her.
Used to be a sixth grade girl's name was it's one of those names that you just kind of think of a girl that's always on a mean streak. It's a name. No, it wasn't that. It was
Karen.
It was something like Jeanette or Jenny or something. I don't remember, but anyway.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I think it was Jeanette. I really do.
That was. Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. For a burn, that was good. Okay, I'll give you credit.
I wasn't thinking.
We're not worthy. Go ahead. You got that one.
But she would kick me every day. And my dad said, don't ever hit a girl. And I didn't know how to handle it. Like, she just keeps, every day I'd get kicked in the shins. I'm like, will you stop? The teacher's out of the room and nobody would say nothing. And I felt trapped. Like, what do I do here? I went home and told my dad. My dad's, well, try to be nice to her. I'm like, nice? She's kicking me in the shin.
I had a problem like that.
You know what he said?
What?
Maybe she liked you.
Yeah.
I said, no, it's not that, Dad. She hates my guts.
Well, you know what he was saying when he said be nice to her. And I tried this one time and it worked. I had a girl doing that to me for a while too. Then I tried to kiss her. So every time she come over and try to kick me, I'd be running after her trying to kiss her. She quit.
Oh.
Of course, my granddaddy taught me how to kiss a girl when I was a young man. He said the first thing you have to do is step on her foot. That's the first thing. That way she can't run away.
We're going to take a commercial break on that one. We will be right back. Rob,
I'm going to step on your foot so you can't run away during the commercial.
You're not kissing me, dude. Hey, folks, Dave in the AM here with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. For many weeks now, me and Rob have been telling you about our affiliation with Dubby Energy Drinks. I've been drinking some of them on the show, and I just got in today the powder version, and this is the Pond Blom version of this. And hey, I tell you that it gives you the focus and the energy without the jitters or the crash. There's no sugars, no fillers, no artificial dyes. So get you some Dubby today. Use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off each and every order. Not only can you get the energy drinks, but you can also get some cool merch items. In fact, soon we're going to have a hat to show you as an example of some of those things. There's shirts and other things you can get as well as containers to mix up the powder and the water into that you can carry with you. We appreciate your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and also of Dubby Energy Drinks. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Hey, this is Robin Dave with the Southern Fried Podcast. One of our shows that we love the most is Front Porch Talking. Our Friday night show, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, has become a tradition here at the Southern Fried. We appreciate you so much for stopping by on the front porch where we grab our sweet tea or coffee or whatever we're drinking and just sit on the front porch, wave at the neighbors as they go by, and just have a great discussion. We usually don't have a topic or theme. We just like to talk, and we like for you to stop by on the front porch as well. It's a Southern tradition, and Rob and Dave, we're all about the South. We live here in the state of Georgia, and all through the South or throughout wherever you live in the United States or the world, remember, as Rob says, it's a Southern state of mind. Join us each Friday night at 8 p.m. with our friends. Become part of that Cornbread Nation Breadhead crew, and join us on the front porch, and let's talk. Thank you so much.
I still think Talk with Chuck looks like a cross between you and me, but with more hair.
You're going to be hearing a lot more about Talk with Chuck.
He's a cute little freak.
Yeah, it's a Southern Fried groundhog. So next year we're going to have our own. We're not going to listen to Punxsutawney Phil or Staten Island Chuck or even Beauregard. He's we're gonna have the Southern Fried.
Dude, do you realize how bad that sounded? What? He's our Southern Fried groundhog. We're gonna have Southern Fried groundhog next year.
That's right.
We're gonna shave him, batter him up, throw him in the hot grease.
Well, we are Southern. We're all about eating some meat, so Chuck better watch his step.
He better not mess up too many times. Was it 3 strikes and you're cooked?
Oh, any new Uncle Jeb? Well, I tell you what. Let me do the shout out city. We'll give you a little taste of Uncle Jeb, Jake. But Rob, let's do a shout out city. How about Bunkie, Louisiana? The home, I didn't know this, the home of the Louisiana Corn Festival. How cool.
Corn. Okay.
Bunkie. Ain't that what you got in the Navy? Yeah. Like you have a bunkmate, a bunkie? Ain't that what they call that?
No, we call them Marines.
So
we love all of our service members, even Marines. Sorry. It just snuck out, former sailor, morally obligated to give Marines a hard time. Just like y'all are to give us a hard time. You know why they put Marines on Navy ships, don't you?
To give you a hard time, you sailors.
No. So that we can have somebody to follow when we lead while we do our dances.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Shout out to the city of Bunkie, Salute.
Luke.
We appreciate you.
We love
All
all of
right.
our service members, guys. And hey, look, any Marines out there that heard me this morning were like, rah, 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 rah. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and send me your comments via Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. I will respond. Y'all lay it on me. I can take it. I promise.
All right, Jake asked about Uncle Jeb. You see under my name, he is a nut. Let's just look at and see one of the nuts things he had to say last night on Cornbread Nation. Hey everybody, Uncle Jeb here for the Southern Fried Podcast and just that Cornbread Nation. It's the Cornbread Nation. Funny! Uncle Jeb here in the house. Yeah! You know what? That Dave guy, Robin Dave guy, he went to the doctor. And the doctor told him, said, don't eat anything fatty. And so he said, what? Like burgers and fries and things like that? He said, no, fatty, don't eat anything. Ha ha ha, yeah! Uncle Jim in the house. Cornbread Nation, baby. Get you some of that, boys. Nut.
Kind of has a point.
Fatty. I'll make you think fatty.
He may have just been talking about your head. I don't think you're all that fat. It's just your head. Your head's abnormally large sometimes.
I'm going to be nice. I'm taking the high ground. Uncle Jeb, you're a nut.
We might have to get his son on here just to straighten him out a little bit. JJ.
Yeah, we haven't heard from JJ. He's been talked about.
Yeah.
But soon and very soon, JJ's going to make an appearance. JJ stands for what?
Jeb Jr.
Jeb Jr.
That's Jeb, Uncle Jeb's son. That'd be cousin to us, I guess. So we call him Cuzzo.
Cuz. Does JJ know Jack?
No.
Okay.
Well, he might have met him. I mean, he works down at the used car lot.
Used car lot?
He tried to sell Uncle Jeb a Pinto the other day. Uncle Jeb said he wasn't driving nothing. He had to put a saddle on. Get it?
Wow.
Get it?
Yeah.
Couldn't sell him a Mustang either.
But folks, if you want to Rob versus Diamond Dallas Page in a wrestling match, okay. I was looking at Jake's comment.
Sorry.
But if you want to see more of Georgia Bubba and Uncle Jeb, join us on the Cornbread Nation, and very soon, some premium content for premium members on Rumble. Extended Cornbread Nation. Extended. Members only.
Oh.
Never know what kind of stuff's going to go on there.
Never know. I think there's some rumors about there might be a SFP band on there or something.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Just saying.
Hope your coffee is good this morning. Mine is delicious. Going down very well. And Rob, it's not, we've been talking about it. We got to make this happen too. Our coffee. We got to get our coffee going too. Our Southern Fried coffee.
Get our website up. We'll put a link to the coffee store.
Yeah, it's all going to happen in the next few months. We promise.
As long as we can do a Southern pecan coffee, I'm happy. Let me tell y'all something. If you ain't never had none, oh my gosh, it is the bomb digging.
By the way, Jake, I appreciate the invite last night. I just dropped into your show just for a minute. I was laying down, getting ready to go to bed, and I just stopped in. So I do appreciate the invite. Sometimes I just like to go into shows and listen. I don't want to be on the show. I just want to watch. So I appreciate it though. I do appreciate it.
Pop in and listen. We
Yeah.
do enough yakking on here.
I think we call that lurking in the shadows.
Oh, I like being a lurker.
16 clips from it. That sounds like the beginning of a good country song. 16 clips and a dozen dead bodies.
16 clips and a dozen roses to Jay from that guy in New York. Good morning, Knots. How are you doing this morning?
Knots of Ren. That sounds like a song too. That sounds like something the Moody Blues would sing. Nights of
Nights
Ren.
in white satin. Says Nights of Ren.
We already done it, Jake. You was
You
late.
missed it. I've already
Missed
done it.
Nights of Ren.
I believe we.
Yeah, is that a girl's name or a guy's name? Ren.
Well, Nights of Ren.
It
Because it could go either way.
I think it can go either way. So, like, if Rob, you were called Ren, it would work. What was dude's name in Footloose? Was his name Ren or something like that? Kevin Bacon's character. What was his name in that?
Kevin Bacon. I don't remember his name in the movie.
I think it was something close to that.
Okay.
Somebody could tell us.
I was just thinking about the perfect song for Nights of Ren. If he had an intro song. Born in, born in, born in. Boy, my buns are born in. Nights of Ren.
That's his walk-in song into the.
Yes, that's his theme music when he walks in, his intro music. Everybody should have intro music. Everybody. Yours would be Baby Dave Doop Doop Doo, Baby
No.
Dave Doop Doop Doo, Baby Dave Doop Doop Doo,
There's
Baby
no
Dave.
way. Yours would be the Little People's song in oh my goodness, what's the name of that movie? Oh, yeah. No, it was what's the Little People called it? Wonka, Willy Wonka.
I don't know. Oh, Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo. So he's one of the knights of Ben Solo. Kylo.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that one of the Star Wars movies? I tried to watch one of them sequels after the first three. Then I went back and I watched the prequels, and I was scared to death to watch them last ones. And it seemed like they set the bar way up here. Then it just gradually went. And some people liked them, and I'm like, okay, that's you. I think some of the animated stuff that they put out with like Star Wars Rebels was awesome. If you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, let me highly recommend it. But yeah, they were okay. I mean, it kind of finishes the story. It's kind of like the Dune books when Kevin Anderson and Frank Herbert's son went back and finished the series. You know, they finished the story and it was good for that. But you know, that's when Ray was introduced.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
We just having fun with you this morning, brother. We like you know what, you throw a name out there, we're gonna have fun with it. Knights of Ren.
Would have been better if you'd have been Knights of Ray.
Knights of
That
Ren.
way you could have been like the good guy. Now you're stuck being a Sith, which Sith are way more cool than the regular Jedi. Because it only takes two to bring down the Empire.
If it had been Knights of Ray, people have been saying, you could call me Ray, or you could call me Jay, or
But you don't have to call me a
just
stupid.
don't forget to call me when it's supper time.
I don't get it. Or your intro music would be Joe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, the Knights of Ren. Oh yeah, Ren was first order. You had nothing to do with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they brought the empire down. Then it was the first order. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, we about got this. We still have time, but we're getting a little close on this morning show. I want y'all to think about how close you are to the weekend. Y'all just have to survive today. Just make it through today. And the weekend is here. Technically, I think Friday should just start the weekend. What do you think?
You know, the French, they're pushing for a 4-day work week.
Yeah.
What would you think about a 4-day work week? Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Well, it wouldn't work for retail.
Well, no. What, Mom?
I mean,
You just
but
shut
well,
down?
if you work 4 10-hour days, you're still doing 40 hours. Or are they talking about a 32-hour work week?
No, they won't work 32. Yeah, they don't work no 40. They say 40 is too much. Sounds like Jack kind of thinking right there.
Well, most of the French kind of resemble Jack.
Come on,
I'm
man.
just-
You can't.
I'm talking about value wise. I'm not talking about physical looks.
I can't believe you said it.
They don't shave their armpits. Neither does Jack. I mean, I can see some resemblances. Oh, there's a good idea. $10 hours per day, 5 days a week, 1 month work, 1 month off.
I think that's what the Greeks are pushing for, like a month on, month off. You go to some countries and you're doing business, they say you better have your business done by 10ish, because after that, things start slowing down. They go to a long lunch and then they don't want to do nothing. And it's tough. You got to start early. You got to get that business done. We have a problem. Every day is a weekend for me. They say the expression "it's on the boat." That you do hear that a lot. We talk about with our suppliers that are overseas. They'll say, "Oh, that's on the boat." They'll say that about anything. That's on the ship. That's on the boat. That means, well, it might be in a day or two, but we're not doing it today. But that's their way to push you back. It's on the boat. Come on.
It's on tap. It's on the list. We're gonna
Yeah.
get to it eventually.
We got parts we need. Well, they're on the boat. Yeah. 8 weeks later.
Where's that part we need? Oh, it's on the boat. It says it's in transit.
Yeah, it's in transit.
That means that boat sunk and they had to go back and get another part.
If you call after 12 o'clock on a Friday, you're not getting anybody. They don't pick up the phone.
You're like, 1 ringy dingy. They're sitting there watching the phone. 2 ringy dingy. 3 ringy dingy. How long is it? Is the crazy American gonna let the phone ring today? 4 ringy dingy.
And they're laughing.
I'm gonna pick up the phone.
What is your weekend walk-in song? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on a Friday. Weekend walk-in song. What is that?
Oh, for me?
Yeah, bang a drum or something like that.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't a working here no more. What?
Come on, man.
Mine. You asked what mine was. What's yours?
Oh, I didn't think about it for a second. What is my walk-in song for the weekend? Um, Walking
Walking
on
on
Sunshine.
sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh. I know what days could be. Hello, how do you do? My name's Sue, and now you gonna die.
No, it would probably be something like "Kickstart My Heart," Motley Crue, or AC/DC. You know, for those about to rock or something. It'd be something like that. I would also have every job you do for a year paid 200 months after a year for the rest of your life. You would not wait till 65 for payments. Huh.
So if you work for 20 years, you get $400 a month.
Interested?
I'm figuring that right. Yeah.
The problem is we're already doing that, and it's costing us a lot of money for all the people that won't work.
Yeah. Now, when we say people that won't work, we're not talking about people who can't. That's a different thing, you know. And people that have paid into, uh, your Social Security and stuff like that, disability, you've paid into that. And if you get to where you can't work, that's one thing. But those that just won't,
I'm talking about 22-year-olds that sit in their basement playing video games and won't
yeah,
work.
yeah, and sponging off mom and daddy,
Yeah.
that's the. Uh,
Dean, my new co-host on Southern Pride Racing Hour, he comments every time he comes over. He says, your granddaughter's so well behaved and respectful, and he was watching me yesterday. She was asking me what time she could go to her friends tonight. She's spending the night, and I said, "Well, have you done what you're supposed to do?" She goes, "My room being cleaned up?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "I'm working on it." I said, "Then there is no departure time. It's not finished. There's no departure time. Don't. It's not 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We're not even going to talk about that until the room's done." And she said, "I'm getting it. I'm working on it now." I said, "Well, when it's done, we'll talk about that." And she laughed. He goes, "I like that. That's what kids need today. They need somebody like that. Tell them, It's like my kids used to get so mad at me. They would say, "Dad, we need to talk," and I would say, "Oh, another meeting. Okay, what are we going to talk about?" And they'd say, and they would have their thing they wanted to do, and they were trying to negotiate and all that. And I would say something like, "Okay, so this is now it's a negotiation now. So like you want something, and you want me to do it." I said, "But you haven't done what I said. So here's my answer: no. End of discussion, negotiation over." And I'd get up and walk away. And they'd go to their mama, and mama would say, "Well, you better do what your dad said." We play no ball like that.
yeah,
This whole idea of your kids being your friends and sitting down and we're friends.
yeah. Well, they're my buddy. Come here, buddy. No, no, no. You're my child.
Yeah.
No.
No,
And they go around saying, "Well, you're not the boss of me." Oh, yes, I am.
yeah. And if they said, "I don't like these rules," I'd say, "Fair enough. You don't have to like them. You just got to follow them." And they'd say,
Yeah.
"Well, why can't I set some rules?" I'd say, "Because you're not the king of this castle.
That's
When
right.
you set up your own kingdom and you get out of the house and you got your own kingdom you're paying for, you'll be the king, and the king sets the rules."
Either that, or you know what you could have done? You could be like, okay, half the rent, half the food bill, half the power bill. You got to get your butt a job. You want some say in this house? That's what it's going to take.
There's a comedian And he says, I'm Sicilian. My father, he said at 7 years old, he comes in and says, okay, that's it. Get a job. He said, what? I was watching cartoons on a Saturday morning. He said, lemonade stand something, but you get your butt to work. We're workers around here. He says, so I've worked ever since I was 7.
Well, speaking of working, all right, you cornbread heads and all of our Southern Fried Podcast fans, get up off your butts, get to work. Have a great Friday. We're going to be rooting for you. And we'll see y'all back here tonight for Front Porch Talking. We got special guests tonight. Y'all make sure to be here. All right. Salute. Dave, get them youngest to school.
I don't have to.
That's right. They off today.
Yeah, in service.
All right. We'll get your butt to work.
Oh, come on, man.
Y'all have a great day.
That's like a 4-letter word.
Hey, you sound like Jack. Look a lot like him too.
Grab a cup and tune on in. Robert and Dave got that southern charm. Let the laughter begin. From the morning funny to Maga Minute, ain't no better way to start your day the southern way, with a little joke and pray. We're just southern folks talking southern things. Front porch swinging where the church bells rang. From Mama Said to Hum Day News, we keep it real with down home views.